Hey, I'm John Greaves III. I'm the co-founder of Garage Gym Life. And one thing that I am well aware of is that I am not perfect. I have put together a lot of home gym equipment, but we can make a mistake like anybody else. And so that is why we're going to be taking apart this RitFit hip thrust bench that we put together last year to make sure that it is put together the way it's supposed to be. The situation is that my wife uses it and loves it, but when she uses it, her feet always slide because the mats that are supposed to be on here to serve as footing for her always slide off. So what I said is it would be nice if this surface right here, instead of being flush with these side posts, I guess legs or whatever, if instead of being flush with the side, if this right here was recessed a little bit so that the mats were on top of it, and then the mats would be prevented from sliding by the frame itself. Well, we mentioned this to RitFit when we did the review. We said, hey, there's a problem with the mat sliding. But what they thought when we said that was that there was something wrong with the adhesive underneath the mats. It wasn't until we were discussing something else for another project with them that they noticed that this was flush, and they said, hey, this shouldn't be flush, it should be recessed. And I said, well, that's what I've been trying to say. But they said, well, yeah, but that's how we designed it, to be recessed. So they sent us a couple of videos, we looked at the manual, and we're like, you know what, maybe we messed up. And if we did, our bad, our bad. But I won't know unless I take this apart. So that's what today is going to be dedicated to. I'm going to take this apart and then put it back together and see if I'm able to put it in so that this is recessed, and I'll let you guys check it out, okay? Go ahead, hit like and subscribe for me. Let's see if I was wrong or not. Okay, so I have the two inner panels taken out, and you guys can see if you look right here, let's look on this side. Maybe the light's better over here. The positioning of the holes looks like this is the problem, because if you see how close, so this would be the top, okay? This hole should be down here, should be further down, maybe around here, in order for these slats to be recessed. And I'm not sure if it's possible to fix this, because the only thing I can think of that would fix the problem would be if we flipped this to that side like that. The problem is, if you do that, I'm not sure that actually fixes the problem, because you're just reversing it, you're just mirroring it, right? And also we have to keep in mind that this end has to be this end, because the wheels go on this side, because the hole for the wheels is on here, right? So so no matter what I do, this wheel and this wheel have to be on this side of the unit. okay? So if let's say I take this and put it over there. The only way that solves the problem is if I'm able to rotate this somehow so that the hole, you can't see it on the side, so that, oh, actually you can. The only way that fixes it is if I can rotate it so that this hole is down here instead of being up here, because this is the top. So this hole needs to be here in order for the slats to go into it and be recessed. So I don't know if this is possibly fixed. I'm still leaning to thinking that these holes were put in the wrong spot, that they were drilled in the wrong location on these side legs, on these legs, these sides of the frame. But I'm gonna try. But I don't know if rearranging stuff, taking this, putting this on this side, like, you know, like flipping it and putting it on that side, I don't know if that's gonna fix the problem or not. And if it doesn't, I got nothing. All I can do is contact RitFit and say, hey man, send me 2 more legs of the frame because the holes are drilled in the wrong spot. So anyway, let's give it a shot, see if that works. Okay, so this thing is now, it's flipped over just so you guys can see what we're talking about. It looks like we did make a mistake when we put it together, and this is how it should look, because if we put it together the way it is now, these plates will be recessed a little bit. The holes will line up. They're not lining up quite 100% right now because they're on the ground and they'll need to be elevated about a ½ inch, the hole, maybe a little less than that. But basically, once we do that, this will be recessed and we can put the mats on top of it and it'll work as it's supposed to work. So what's gonna happen now is we're gonna put, or by we, I mean me, I'm gonna put it back together, and then we will do one final test, which will be basically see if the mats go on here without being flush with the top, if they actually are recessed, so my wife can use this without her feet sliding, without the mats sliding out from underneath her feet. put together. See, we got this nice recess now. The mats fit in here the way they're supposed to. So now, oh yeah. So now, when my wife gets on here, puts her back against this rest and pushes up, her feet won't slide out from under her because the mats go yeeting off that way. Awesome. So, you know what that means. I gotta do this. For those of you who saw our review video where we mentioned the mats not staying in place, mistakes were made. Our bad. We're not infallible, and we don't mind saying when we make a mistake. So everything we said, or by we, I mean my wife, everything my wife said about this bench in the last video, which we've linked to this one, still applies, except for the part about the mats sliding out from underneath her feet. And all that's left is for her to actually use it. But in order for you guys to see that, you'll need to become a channel member so you can see her weekly vlog, Rebirth of the Phoenix, as she chronicles her fitness journey to get back into, not just into shape, but back into triathlon shape. So the link to become a member is just 99 cents a month, so it's less than $12 a year. But the link to become a channel member is in the description for this video, and I've got the link to the playlist of her training popping up right now. Okay? Peace out.